Sun has come out. So, ah, ah, where do I begin? Where do I begin this vlog? I'm en route to AT&T, and on my particular uh, journey in life, I recognize the how many things correspond with each other. You know, many things are reflective of the same thing. They seem like different topics and different subjects, but it's really the same energy expressing itself in different ways. And I'm switching carriers and crossing the street, so I gotta be mindful of this timer. Whew. Bear with me as I do my fake quick walk. My quick walk is not quick at all. I'm across the street pretty much. All right, so anywho, I decided to go with another carrier, right? And the reason why I decided to go with another carrier is because the carrier that I have, I did my very best to communicate with them, to resolve the situation. I'm not even going to go into the details because the details are not important. What's important is that I did my very best to communicate with the current carrier to resolve something. However, most of the carriers, especially the big carriers of wireless service, has outsourced their customer service, which is horrible. It's a disservice to your customers that you have individuals, even if they speak the same language, you have individuals of a whole different culture, and they can't really clearly understand what you are communicating. It's a disservice, right? So that was the blockage that I came across, and I said, I don't need to do this. I could go with another carrier. So have a nice day. I've put in too much of my energy already. I'm not going to continue to do it because it's not going anywhere. So I hung up with the representative, and then I left it like that. Now, of course, being busy and all of that good stuff, I had not sat down and said, okay, I'm going to plan to go to other carriers right here, right now. But however, this is what happened. I was having just a regular day. And initially my son called me and he was like, oh, remember you said you wanted to go to this other company? Well, guess what? They're in the building. And I was like, they're in the building? I was like, yeah, but I don't feel like being bothered. Right? And so then I had one of my sister friends come over, and I went downstairs to open the door for her. And when I went downstairs to open the door for her, they were still in the building. This was hours later. And the young lady asked me, are you happy with your service? And I was like, no. She was like, well, I got some options for you. And I was like, let me hear these options. And she put out the options. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to accept this. I'm going to accept this right here. Let's go forward. I even invited the young lady into my home. We did the whole process. It was a lengthy process. We went through the whole process. And now I was expecting my SIM card. SIM card was given to a carrier. I ain't gonna mention their names, but that particular carrier did not deliver my SIM card. And not only did they not deliver my SIM card, they when they told me, oh, the SIM card is at the facility. You could come to our facility and pick it up. I said, okay, cool. I got in an Uber. I took an Uber to a whole nother township to go pick up the SIM card. I got there. It was some of us there. They didn't want to go the extra mile and get my SIM card for me. And therefore, I just left and say, hey, I must have just, abundance of money. So I ain't going to stress it. And I didn't stress it. I went in. I enjoyed my evening. And I said, well, I guess I have to stay with the service I have, right? So I reached out to the service carrier that I have right now. I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to stay with you guys. And they were like, cool. Guess what? You don't even have to pay us right now. You're going to turn your phone back on and you're good to go, right? And I was like, okay, cool. But then something was pressing me inside. Inside was like, this other service is better. You're going to enjoy this more. So now that the number is on, why don't you call the other service and attempt to get another SIM card? So again, this other service is a major carrier as well. They also have outsourced their customer service representatives. And because they have outsourced their customer service representatives, it was a challenge communicating even with the supervisor in regards to what I was just my goal, which was just to get another card. And then something clicked and the supervisor was like, you know what? You can go inside of a store. And if you go inside of a store, you can handle this without trying to do this on the phone. And I was like, okay. So that's where I'm heading right now. I'm heading to the store. And I'm probably going to cut the broadcast off as soon as I go in because obviously I'm going to have to speak to the people. But here's the point, people. When something is no longer meant for you, release it. Release it. Don't stay there just because of convenience and just because of being familiar. Release it. You're going to know whether something is for you or not for you. And when it's time to go on and move forward, all the time, it's not going to be just easy. It seemed like it was easy because the representative showed up in my building, right? But there's still work that was required of me to make this transaction successful. And that applies in life. In life, you can have your own intentions out there. You can you can be presented with better options or better opportunity for you, for who you are and for you, for your purpose, better alignment. It could just work out better, right? But you still are going to have to put in some effort to really see the success of those better opportunities. So I'm putting in the work by walking to the store. But I'm also putting in the work in life. I had a very epiphanic morning today when I got up. Yes, object of, I hate to say object because it makes it seem like this. It to me it takes away from the individual. So I'll say individual. Individual that has my attention and just really wows me and don't really do not a goddamn thing. I mean, they do a lot. But it's not like they're purposely trying to wow me. They just wow me by being who they are. And I just be like, I want to stay here. But I can't. I got to do shit. I gotta go. But I be lingering. Like I'm a... Well, so I realized, that I wanted them to do some things, and I won't say that they are disagreeable. Well, this must be what JJ was looking at. My son was looking at the store. He was like, oh, I was window shopping, Mom. But I wouldn't say that they're disagreeable, because I really feel that it is a mutual type of dynamic. And the reason why I feel like that is because I just feel like that. I just literally feel like that. And I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say outside from, yeah, I got a little, I can't even go into any details. All I can do is say the universal forces that work, force of life and all that good stuff, the force and source of life that keeps the whole planet afloat, that those energies and those things are at definite work. And I'm in awe. I'm in awe. I'm in awe. I'm in awe of it. But I wouldn't change this path or this journey for nothing. It's amazing. It's wonderful. I got to touch base with an elder who is also on the mystic path and the mystic journey. And so we had a very good interaction today, me and her, just talking and, me sharing where I am. Because I was like, listen, people think this is a passing thing and it's so that fades. So I respect the fact that request is where it is. I'm not gonna say it was denied because it wasn't. I found the store. But what I can say is that request is sitting where the request is sitting. What I came to acknowledge and realize was that even though I put out that request, I also was able to fulfill the request myself. And so I did that. And it shifted my whole perspective. And it also showed me that the attraction that I am feeling, that I have, is genuine. It's not just based on a lower nature, which I knew that it wasn't anyway. But it's a genuine, soulful, authentic one. So with that being said, let me go here and get my phone service together. Keep stepping forward into new things. And thank you for tuning in to the SupaTea Podcast Show.